It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
I stayed in a haunted hotel in Las Vegas. It was fun.
Now we're at the Hotel Apache, which is what is now Binion's, and it is now back to being the Hotel Apache, which it originally was in 1932. And actually, getting in a little bit of a story explains how it's haunted. Now, originally, back in 31, 32, the original Hotel Apache was built along with a few other buildings at the time by some of the companies that were building the Boulder Dam at the time. They were having a lot of employees coming back and forth between the railroad station, which was at Las Vegas, going out into the dam building site, which is now Hoover Dam. They needed some additional housing, and so some of the companies actually built this. Now, the Hotel Apache, right next to the Boulder Club, had in that particular case, the SS Rex Casino right there on right on the corner, and it just kind of developed over the years from that. And very soon, even in the 30s and the 40s, it started to get the idea that there were some ghosts on, and as it's gone over the years, it's even more so. This one, I work at Club Binion's, and a card randomly printed of a guest who has not been here for years. Wow, that would be odd. But getting it even more interesting, I was arranging pillows on the bed to take a photo. When I came back from the restroom, the pillows were off the bed. Okay, now we're really starting to get kind of fun. And the last one that came up here is in the room next to me. The TV was very loud and furniture was being moved. When I complained to the front desk, they said there was no one in that room where the sounds were coming from. Wow. That a young man from Texas came out, and his name was Benny Binion. Now, Benny Binion originally was in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. He was very much involved in gambling. Now, Texas in the 1920s with gambling was a very rough and tumble place. A lot of gunplay ended up having to go between different groups. Reportedly, Benny Binion got involved in several shootouts. One, he killed a man supposedly in self-defense. Another time, he killed a rival, but there was enough... not quite sure about if it was a good kill or not, that they gave him a 2-year suspended sentence. Yeah, Texas in the 20s. Benny came out because Texas was getting a little uncomfortable and invested in what was Hotel Apache and made it into Binion's Horseshoe. He was a very innovative guy, very much into marketing, and he expanded quickly. Like, for instance, one of the biggest ones is nearby one of the large casinos at the time was the Mint. He bought the Mint and did some projects to make that part of the Benny Binion world. He started the World Series of Poker, lots of different things going on, but he was also worried about maybe people coming at him, so as they expanded, he put in a lot of secret passages and secret rooms. There were lots of stories, and when he passed away, his children weren't really able to keep up. The hotel and the casino closed for a while, was taken over by another company and was opened up. The casino's running mostly, but only 81 of the rooms was actually opened up as the Hotel Apache and the original name. There's over 400, so a lot that's not done. I do love Binion's because, you look around and it's got that deep, rich wood. You can really see, though, that it's definitely an old property. You go down, and on each corner, you have those little phones, but they do have the updated touchpad locks, which I love to death. And so most of the rooms have been updated. Like I said, there's only 81 rooms in Binion's that's open. A lot of antique touches, the lamps. You can see that telephone in the center. That's actually a working telephone. Bathroom updated, but incredibly small. I do love those rain shower heads, but yeah, I've never been a fan of having a toilet behind the door. And the sink is actually the biggest thing in the bathroom, which is kind of bad. Now, in the casino itself, there's lots of areas that's not open. It's kind of a part and parcel as far as it's still not really up to where it used to be before the closure. It does have some good things. The deli is still there, and it's always a good place to get some cheap eats there. There's also the Binion's Cafe. That is famous for its late night menus and pretty cheap food. Another thing that they have for food here is they've got Benny's place where they have barbecue beef. It's a good place. But is their reputation for being haunted well-deserved? Well, here's my experience. Thumps in the night, wind noises, and shrieks? Is it old plumbing? I don't know, but I didn't get that much sleep last night. Now, Binion's, actually, the Hotel Apache, is a pretty inexpensive stay on the Fremont Street Experience area. Only 81 rooms, but normally it's one of the cheapest places on the Fremont Street Experience. It does rate as a higher room rate, but it does not charge resort fees. It is run by the Four Queens, which also does not have resort fees. And so in the end, it does become fairly inexpensive if you want that paranormal experience. It's one of those things, how many dead bodies did Benny Binion have to plant around the Binion's Horseshoe over the years? Well, I don't really know, but something to think about. I'm Richard Evans, Paradise Tour Guide. I'll see you here in Las Vegas next time you come.